whose roots run deep in Clarendon County, South Carolina, that I'm privileged to represent up here in the United States Congress, both his mother and father. Left that county as sharecroppers, went to Baltimore, and as fate would have it, this young man, who while still in grade school, was ushered off into special education. I'm not making that up. He was put in special education. And as the minister said to us this morning, somebody prayed for him. And someone saw in him what the system did not want to see. And took him out of that class and put him on track to be one of the most effective attorneys that the state of Maryland ever produced, sent him to the House of Delegates, and now he is in the United States House of Representatives, and he immediately has fear. Emmanuel Cleaver. Cleaver is one of my go-to guys. When Nancy Pelosi came to me and asked me to chair the House Democrats Faith Working Group, I said to Nancy, I wasn't too sure that I was the one to do that mission. I said, no, I'm not a minister. I'm a frustrated minister, but not a minister. I said, we got some ministers in this caucus. And Cleveland was one of the people I talked to her about. No, I think I want you to do this. And she said that she had been reading my writings, she had been listening to my speeches, and she wanted me to do it. I went to Cleveland. I said, but I can't do this without you. And he has been his stalwart. When he came back from the August break, he came over to me and handed me a little note. He said, read this. You and I need to sit down and talk after you read this. It was so, not just spiritually laden, it was so deep in the scripture. And I have not slowed down enough to sit down and talk to him about it. But very soon I will. He's a great guy, a minister and pastor in the state of Missouri, but a very effective member of the United States House of Representatives. We would not have been able to get our caucus positioned last year to reconnect with the faith community, which is what we had to do if we were going to be successful, were it not for his wisdom in those meetings. And things were a little touchy in our caucus on those issues. Cleveland was always a guy who knew exactly what to say. Your verse of that this morning, Lord, you've shown us your hind parts. That's kind of creative. That's kind of creative. We had a way of saying the right thing to set the issues right. And you can imagine, our caucus is an interesting caucus. First Muslims to serve in Congress in our caucus. We have a significant number of Jews in our caucus. We have some fundamentalist Christians in our caucus, AMEs and Baptists. We got them all in our caucus, and all of us have nuances that we have to deal with. And when you look at all of that, and you think about the agenda that we put forward, an agenda that we held out to the American people last year, it said, you put us in charge. These 6 things we'll do, not in the first 100 days, but these 6 things we will do in the first 100 hours. And we did them in 8 hours, and we passed every one of those bills with an average of 70 votes from the other side. And so, I come to you this morning to say to you that I want, as you go through this discussion today, and both of another meeting where I'm to speak at 12:30. But I want you all to think about this caucus that you all put in charge, because I think it's important. You need your help in getting people to understand some fundamental things that we have to deal with over the next few months. Now, there are 435 members of the House of Representatives. And that means that in order for any bill to be successful, we need 218 votes. We have 233 Democrats in our caucus. Now, I'm a history guy. And I don't know math too well, but I can subtract a little bit. If you subtract 218 from 233, then you know that we cannot afford to lose more than 15 votes on any one issue. And in our caucus, we got 42 African Americans in our caucus. We have 47 blue dogs, very conservative Democrats in our caucus. On any one issue, if half of the blue dogs take a walk, we lost. On any one issue, if half of the Congressional Black Caucus take a walk, we lost. And we have to try to fashion the legislation in such a way that we can keep those 42 African Americans happy. We can keep those 47 Blue Dog members happy. We got 23 Hispanic Americans in our caucus. I want to give you an example of what kind of sacrifices are being made. We just passed a bill called S-CHIP, Children's Health Insurance Program, a $35 billion expansion of that program. And people will tell you, one of my senior boys, we sat down talking about that legislation. How are we going to put it together? And the senators refused to let us put the children of legal immigrants. I want to say that again. I want y'all to get mixed up here. I didn't say illegal immigrants. The children of immigrants who are here legally, they refuse to let us put that in the bill. Those 23 Hispanic members were upset. They sat in my conference room the afternoon before the vote. Some of them cried. One of them told me about a Hispanic from Massachusetts fighting in Iraq. But his wife was illegal, and while he was fighting in Iraq, they were deporting his wife. I'm not making this up. And they've got children. That means that while he's fighting in Iraq, these children of his would not be covered according to the Senate. And there was nothing to put it there. And we sat around that table. We held hands across the table, cried together. And then we looked at the bill. He said, what we've got here is going to be an expansion of health care for it's going to be 800,000 African American children. It's going to be an expansion of another 1.4 million Hispanic children. Though they're keeping these children out, and the next night, when we cast the vote, every single one of those Hispanic members voted for the bill. That was a commitment to our cause. If they had walked on it, within 23 votes going out of that door, they would have given the incentive the other side was looking for us to lose the bill. And we passed the bill, and when they came on board, 45 of the other side came on board, and we passed that bill with 265 votes. They said he's going to veto it. But that's his business. He has that